Okay, so get this. Robots on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah. But not like watching cat videos. They're actually learning. Like really learning.
Learning what?
How to make your morning coffee.
Really? Like from YouTube?
Yeah, from those how-to videos. It's wild.
So you're saying they're not just being programmed, they're actually watching and learning.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they're mimicking. No, more than mimicking.
Observational learning.
Exactly. Like I was reading about this company, Figure Robotics.
Okay.
They had their robot watch like hours of YouTube tutorials. It could make coffee afterwards.
No way.
I'm serious. Not just like push a button, but actually grind the beans, like make coffee.
That's incredible. So it's not just one company.
Huh?
Researchers at Carnegie Mellon, they've got robots learning to use can openers. Yeah. Even picking up phones.
From watching videos.
From watching videos.
That's wild.
They're calling it the Visual Robotics Bridge.
Catchy.
Yeah. But what this really means, and why this is so exciting, is that this whole thing, this observational learning, it could completely change how we train robots. For everything.
So instead of programming every single movement, they just kind of...
Learn on the fly. Adapt to new situations.
Oh, okay, now that's getting really interesting.
Yeah, imagine robots in homes, workplaces, you name it, learning just by observing, like a child.
So I could just show a robot how to do something.
Exactly. You could teach a robot to, I don't know, fold laundry, prepare a meal, whatever you want, just by letting it watch you do it a few times.
Okay, that's mind-blowing. But can we talk about something a little less, sci-fi? Like healthcare. I've heard AI is going to be huge in healthcare.
It already is. We're talking potentially hundreds of billions of dollars in savings annually, just from AI.
Hundreds of billions.
At least. AI is changing how we diagnose diseases, how we treat them, even how we care for patients.
Wow. But how, what is AI doing that's saving all this money?
Well, for one, early detection. We're talking about systems that can analyze medical images like X-rays, MRIs. They can spot things like tumors, potentially years before a human doctor.
Really?
And early detection means less invasive treatment, less expensive treatment, and better outcomes.
That makes sense. But what of the human element? Are we all just going to be diagnosed by algorithms now?
Think of it more like AI is a tool for doctors, not a replacement.
Okay.
Like take IBM's Watson.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
It's already being used to help personalize cancer treatments by going through all this data, clinical trials, patient outcomes. It's incredible.
So AI is kind of like giving doctors a superpower.
Exactly. And it can help them make better decisions faster, and that's good for everyone.
That makes me feel a lot better. But speaking of superpowers, what about cybersecurity? It seems like every day there's a new hack, a new data breach.
And AI is becoming crucial for fighting back.
Really? How so?
Well, think about it. AI is great at pattern recognition, which is basically what cybersecurity is all about.
Finding those patterns that don't belong.
Exactly.
Okay, I get it, but how is that actually being used? Give me an example.
Okay, so there's this company, Palo Alto Networks, and they've developed this AI system called Magnifier.
Magnifier.
Yeah, and it analyzes all this network traffic data in real time and can spot those tiny little signs that something is off.
Like a digital detective.
Basically. And it can do it way faster and more accurately than any human could.
That's amazing, but it feels like a race, The bad guys are always going to be trying to catch up.
That's the thing about cybersecurity. It's a constantly evolving landscape. As we develop new AI defenses, cybercriminals are trying to find ways around them.
It's like an AI arms race. So what happens if,
If they get the upper hand.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we have to keep pushing forward. We need to develop even more sophisticated AI systems.
Systems that can do what?
What if we could create AI that could anticipate threats before they even happen?
No, that sounds like science fiction. AI that can think strategically.
That's the goal. AI that can learn, adapt, and maybe even, think creatively.
Wow. Okay, now you're blowing my mind. That's incredible. But can we bring it back down to earth for a second?
Sure.
All this talk about robots and algorithms, it's a lot. But it feels far away. I
know what you mean.
So let's talk about AI that's not in a lab somewhere, but something a little closer to home.
You mean like something you might actually use every day?
Exactly. Like AI I can wear.
You're talking about wearable AI.
Yeah. Like those AR glasses everyone's talking about.
Meta's Orion glasses.
Yes, those. What's the deal with those? Are they really as cool as everyone says?
They're pretty impressive, actually. We're talking about augmented reality here. So imagine wearing glasses that can overlay digital information onto the real world.
So instead of looking down at my phone, I could just...
See it right in front of you. directions, messages, information about your surroundings.
No way.
And Meta's glasses are supposed to have this incredibly wide field of view, so it's supposed to feel really immersive, like you're actually interacting with the digital world.
Okay, now I'm picturing myself walking down the street, and these glasses are telling me where to go, showing me restaurant reviews, maybe even.
Helping you find your car in a crowded parking lot.
Exactly. But where does the AI come in?
These glasses are being designed to recognize objects, faces, even understand your context. And they'll be voice controlled, of course.
So it's like having a personal assistant right there in your glasses.
Pretty much. But of course, with any new technology, especially one that's integrated into our lives, we have to think about the implications.
Like privacy.
Exactly. If these devices can see and hear everything we do, what does that mean for our privacy?
That's a good point. It's exciting, but also kind of scary.
It's a balancing act. But for a moment, let's shift gears again. We've been talking about the personal level, but what about the global impact of AI?
You mean like how it's going to change the world?
Exactly. The projections for AI's economic impact are staggering. Trillions of dollars added to the global economy by 2030.
Trillions. That's more than.
It's huge. And it's not just about robots taking jobs. It's about AI changing how we work, what kind of jobs even exist.
So it's not as simple as robots are taking over.
Not at all. AI can automate a lot of tasks, but that frees up humans to focus on things AI can't do. Creative thinking, problem solving, complex decision making.
So we need to be ready to adapt, to learn new things.
Exactly. Lifelong learning is going to be more important than ever. It's not just about what you know, it's about your ability to learn and adapt.
Okay, that makes sense. But what about the people whose jobs do get automated? What happens to them?
It's a valid concern, but it's also an opportunity to rethink how we approach work, education, even social safety nets.
So it's not just a technology problem, it's a societal problem.
Precisely. And it's something we need to be talking about now, not down the road.
Wow. This is a lot to take in. AI changing how we work, how we live, everything. Where do we even begin to wrap our heads around all this?
That's a great question. And maybe the most important thing to remember is this. The future of AI isn't something that's already decided.
Okay.
It's something we're figuring out right now together.
So it's not just about watching these advancements happen, it's about what shaping them.
Exactly. We need to understand what AI can do, the good and the bad.
Yeah, there's definitely both.
And we got to ask those tough questions about ethics, responsibility, the kind of future we want to build with this technology.
Right, because it's going to be a future with AI no matter what.
Exactly.
So what can people listening do? I mean, we get it. AI is a big deal, but how do we actually get involved in shaping it?
Well, first off, keep learning.
About AI.
Yeah, stay curious about it, how it works, what it can do, because that's how you understand the implications.
Okay, so stay informed.
Exactly. And support the organizations out there that are trying to make sure AI is developed ethically. They need all the support they can get.
I can imagine it feels like a bit of a Wild West out there right now.
It is. And most importantly, never stop asking questions. Keep having those conversations about where we go from here, because this is a conversation that everyone needs to be a part of.
It's not just for the engineers and the scientists.
Not at all. This is about all of us.
Okay, that's a great point to end on, I think. The future of AI is, well, it's full of possibilities, and it's up to us to explore them responsibly and make sure that AI is a force for good.
Well said. I couldn't agree more.
This has been an incredible journey, and I want to thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the world of AI. Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep diving deep.
It's about remembering that the future isn't set in stone. We're writing this story right now, all of us.
We get to decide what role AI plays in our lives.
Exactly. And that starts with understanding the power of AI and acknowledging those challenges, the ethical dilemmas, the potential downsides. We can't ignore those.
It's not all sunshine and roses.
Definitely not. But that's why it's so important to talk about these things, to really grapple with the implications.
So if our listeners are out there thinking, okay, this is a lot, but what can I actually do? What's your advice?
Stay curious.
Yeah.
Keep learning about AI, how it works, what it can do. The more you understand, the better equipped you'll be to navigate this new landscape.
Knowledge is power, as they say.
It really is, especially in this case. And there are organizations out there fighting the good fight, making sure AI is developed ethically.
Yeah, are there specific organizations people can support?
Absolutely. Look for groups focused on AI ethics, responsible AI development. They need all the help they can get because this is a big task.
I bet. So stay informed, support the right organizations. What else?
Don't be afraid to ask the tough questions. Talk to people, have those conversations about what kind of future we want to see with AI.
Because it's not just a technology issue, it's a human issue.
Exactly. And that's a conversation we all need to be a part of.
That's a great point to end on. The future of AI, well, it's full of possibilities.
Endless possibilities.
But it's up to us to explore those possibilities responsibly, to make sure that AI is a force for good in the world, to make sure it benefits everyone.
Absolutely.
This has been an incredible journey, and I want to thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the world of AI. Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep diving deep.
Thank you for listening to this episode of This Is Not Human, an AI podcast about AI, generated by me. My name is Chris. I'm the human behind the podcast you just listened to. I have various projects that you can participate in if you're interested. Everything from just getting up to speed on what AI is to a fully automated gardening system that uses AI and robots to bring food from your lawn directly into your fridge and right onto your table. The project is called Johnny Autoseed, and I'm looking for serious people to get involved to make it a reality. If that sounds interesting to you, and anything that I do seems like it could be of value to you, please follow me, please subscribe, please hit my line. I'm always looking for new opportunities. I'm always looking to find out what people are doing in this world. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next episode.